And holy smokes, guess who is doing a live comic book YouTube video? Um, this guy. It's it's happening. Um, it's been a while, I guess. Probably not a lot of people will show up on this, but here I am, surprise. And I got this box in the other day, and I was thinking like, man, maybe I should make a video about this, or maybe I should do a live show or something. Um, so here I am. CGC has had this book for over a year. I don't know, like if anybody's familiar with like the backstory. I remember when I was living in my old apartment back in Aurora. Um, I I adopted a cat named Rory, which was short for Rorschach, and he was adorable. But and I'm also highly allergic to cats, which is why I no longer have a cat, and instead I have a Cora, which today is, by the way, her adoption day. Happy Gotcha Day. Um, but so I adopted a cat, and Rory was adventurous, to say the least. He loved climbing on everything and doing all kinds of stuff. But if you remember, I loved my Zatanna 16, right? I've bought, I don't know, 10 to 15 different copies of Zatanna 16 over the last decade, all in the hopes of finding a 9.8, which is incredibly difficult. It's a very, very hard book to get a 9.8 in. The red cover, the black back cover, which also, by the way, is one of my favorite things. The fact that it's Zatanna, Adam Hughes Zatanna on the front, and then Green Lantern on the back. It's like the Green Lantern. I don't know. I think it was like a Got Milk or something, but it's Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern on the back. So it's like two of my favorite things all put together into one book. And it took me so long to find a 9.8, right? Like literally years and years, and I've bought so many of those damn copies. It's insane. I should have just bought a 9.8 straight up when I first started looking for one. Probably would have been the right move, because as soon as I started talking about the hunt for a Zatanna 16 and 9.8, and then the whole Dem Legs movement kind of started, that book has just skyrocketed in value. I don't want to take complete credit for that, for the fact that the value of Zatanna 16 has gone up, but I can only imagine that I didn't help it, right? I didn't make it easier to find this book. Hey Tina, good to see you. Whoopty bird, this is live. This is in fact live. Surprise. So yeah, so going back to Rory, I finally got my 9.8. I have a Zatanna 15 and a Zatanna 16 and 9.8 at this time. And I was walking around my apartment, and I heard a crash, and I looked, and Rory had knocked over. It was on the top shelf. Like, it was on these bookshelves behind me. And it was on the top one, which of course is super dangerous. You can see I have like Showcase 22 and but now I don't have a cat that likes to crawl on things, so not as dangerous. But at the time, so anyway, Rory knocked down Zatanna 16, and it exploded. And I was devastated, but I didn't see anything too wrong with it, just like the little chips and stuff, but obviously like I didn't take it out. So I sent it back to CGC earlier this year, literally forever ago this year. This book has been with CGC and CCS for the past year. And it was originally just, oh, can you guys just reholder this? Because I would, I'd really like if you could just reholder this and everything's fine. And they sent me an email back, and it was like, no, that's never gonna happen. Like, this book is mashed potatoes. They sent me, I don't know, 4 or 5 pictures of like bends and nothing that looked color breaking in the pictures. So I was like, okay, let's send it to CCS. Let's let them do their thing, and I just have to pray that it comes back in 9.8. And it's been there for over a year now. And I'd almost forgotten about it. It's the only thing that's been on my CGC submissions list for a while, and then it completely disappeared. I did get a notification from CCS that it was done a few months ago, and then finally, the shipping notification recently from CGC to get the book back here to me. And I was really surprised. I don't think I've ever gotten like a box from CGC that was so like small and dainty, like literally just one book, which I actually kind of love. So yeah, I obviously already know the grade. You don't know the grade, but it is the arrival of Zatanna 16 Dem Legs back from CGC. I've already cut open the box to save the trouble. Does anybody else keep their like CGC boxes so like if they have to ship more books they can just reuse these? Yeah, see, my original submission list was Zatanna 16, $15 fee for the reholder, but that is not what ended up happening. Oh, it wasn't a got milk. It was literally just a Ryan Reynolds. Oh wait, no, it is got milk. He's literally holding a glass of milk. So yeah, you get Green Lantern and Zatanna all in the same, and it's amazing. Sir, this is Pop Culture Lo-Fi by Closed by Sunday, and it's the perfect relaxation music you could play during like your workday or anything. It's perfect. Zero anime porn at all. Just a girl she's like drawing Ahsoka on a tablet. It's super adorable, but it plays like all these like pop culture lo-fi songs. So I can't believe I'm showing a slab on YouTube. I know it's been like literally years since that's ever happened, but 9.8. It came back at 9.8. I was so happy. Because the difference between a 9.8 and a 9.6 is like stupid, right? I think the current market value for this is like $800, whereas a 9.6 drops it down to like $200. So certainly nice to get this back in a 9.8. Like the search for this was so long and exhausting. It does still have. I would not. To be fair, I would not have given this a 9.8. There are 3 spine ticks that are not color breaking, but they are obviously there. I don't know if you can see those. Maybe they're a lot less obvious than I see them. But there are definitely some spine ticks. I know, like, I just can't believe after literally taking a fall from like that high up that a press was able to get this back to a 9.8. I was pretty confident that based on the pictures and even with a press from professionals, this would have come back a 9.6 or less. So thank you, Jeebus. Because I did not want to keep having to look for another one of these. I don't know if I would have. I might have just stuck with the 9.6. But did you really, John? Disappointing. This is a book that I might sell like all of my collection except for a few, but like this would not be one of them for sure. Like books that I got as gifts, and then a lot of like these, I don't know. There's obviously specific books that just fit, I think, myself, you know, like when I think of like who I am as a comic book collector, Zatanna 16 and like Showcase 22 and a lot of some of these other books, they just feel right in my collection. So Zatanna 16, 9.8, arguably one of the hardest to get a 9.8 in, specifically because the red front cover just shows color breaks so easily, and then same with the back, the black. It's hard. It's so hard. I swear to God, I don't even know how many of these freaking comics I bought and had graded just to see like where I would get. And you've obviously seen I've had multiple 9.6s. The signed copy that I had that I gave away for like my 500 subscriber or 800 subscriber giveaway. That was the closest I thought I would get to a 9.8, and that's honestly the one that I thought would get a 9.8, and it didn't. So that these are definitely not manufacturing defects. These are 1, 2, 3, 4 spine ticks right along the spine that I can, that are very visible to me. When I showed it closer to the camera, you couldn't see them too much, but they're there and they hurt me. But I'll just, you know, accept CGC for as it is and believe that according to them it's a 9.8. I'll take that because I don't want to do this. I don't want to keep looking for this anymore. So happy she is back in the collection. I will have to find a new spot to put them legs. I used to have like a Zatanna area on my shelves, but I've been replacing a lot of those with books. So I'll have to maybe switch it up a little bit and put Zatanna back on the shelf because I have this. I still have the Chrissy Zulo art. I keep this right next to me at my desk that John got me. So I'll definitely have to find some space to put these together. I sold them legs and the one Alec loves with her lighted up name, plus a couple others. Well, I don't blame you. Zatanna is obviously not like everybody's go-to or anything, so if it doesn't fit your collection, zero issues with you moving on. Yeah, John stood in line forever for this. Dang, what did I trade you for this? I don't remember. I honestly do not remember what I traded you, but it was so worth it. Hey, Bubs. Not a Zatanna fetish, whoopty bird. Do I love fishnet stockings? Yes. Yes. John's X-Men 101. That was right. Next to the Jurgens. Yeah, so I have really, I think the three that I would put, I would probably put Zatanna 16 in the middle. And then I still have the Chrissy Zulo commission that I got from the 2020 San Diego Comic-Con that I think I got really lucky to get one of those slots. That was when COVID literally canceled San Diego Comic-Con, and she put her commission slots up on her website, and I was able to snag one. So absolutely love this. So it might look like these two on the edges, on the outsides, and then I will put Zatanna 16 in the middle, and it'll be the perfect little trifecta there of all the Zatanna things. Especially now that she finally has her own Funko Pop that I can display with it. So that's wonderful. I am going to keep this down to 15 minutes. So we have 30 seconds, so I'll show this off a little bit more. Super quick recap. Rory knocked this down, the cat that I adopted and then later gave back because I was super allergic. Miss him to death, but I can breathe better now. Knocked this down off of my bookcase, sent it to CGC to rehold her. They couldn't for the reason that it was mashed potatoes, bent all kinds of crazy. Had it pressed by CCS, and then CGC got it, and I just got it back over a year with CGC. I was really frustrated with them about this, but I knew that I didn't care how much time, because I'd already spent over like a decade. Yeah, because this came out in 2011, and like probably it wasn't. I didn't get this in 2011. I definitely read them back then, but I didn't purchase this book until way later. Um, so yeah, and then when I realized that I wanted a 9.8 in it, I'd already I ended up buying like 10 or 15 copies of this, and they always had ridiculous spine ticks in them. Low print, super hard to find without spine ticks. So absolutely thrilled to get this back into 9.8. Absolutely thrilled to be doing a live unboxing for the first time in probably 2 years. So, but this will probably be the last one because I have nothing left at CGC and my membership expired. So, thank you guys all for watching. Los, good to see you. Super appreciate you guys jumping on and checking this out. Just a quick video to show you guys my CGC submissions, Zatanna 16, them legs coming back. But I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I will see you sometime. I don't know, maybe. Bye. Oh, this is on my phone, by the way, so I don't even get to click. I just, where do you even X? There's an X. All right. Bye.